recording the album since it has been released and now. So I would just like to dedicate this set to my grandma Renee Taylor, who just passed away recently. She was a supporter of my music, and she's just one of the far too many great aunties and relatives who, we've lost in this past year. And it's been weighing heavy on my heart and mind, so just really want to acknowledge her on the air and send prayers out in my own way to all the people who are going through mourning, grief, anxiety out there, listeners out there, all these different things, depression, mourning. Through music, I've been able to kind of process grief in a healthier way than I did when I was drinking. So this is the intro of my album, Spirits Back, and we're gonna play some songs for some people, send out some waves throughout the local airwaves here from from the west coast across the land. Gayla Kessler.
Yo, giga mat, look, make sure, look, neat namo, look, lig like look. Two-time PINDN, guys like a map tequila, namkis, sour cheese, muskamos, tower, dino, look, Kwakwa. Ugo ka guys like a Nuu-Cha-Nulth, a glass of grease coast. Kada tanka lo nisa ka ahela statement. Nesta kada kala pantan saya kesasa kada klik lo yahida kada kyuhidi mas kwaya kam lo ilahe kholsa as. Gadan kamdam Donna Amber's Lala Kanita Bill Smith. Big Loud Law. If a gumdum is wakw, dog.
This song's for the great Bodek, Wallace Guayam. The boot dog, as my cousin said. Woo! 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 Woo!
Late night at the beach, digging some clams when my gnome came down with some huckleberry jam. Even brought the drumstick down for a jam and some firewood too, so we could barbecue some salmon on the rocks by the Salish Sea. See my voice down with some stinging nettle teeth, and then oh snap! Guess what I seen? It was Wallace Guayam waving his big tail fin at me. Out of his blowhole I could sense its supernatural essence. I spat some salt water back to acknowledge its essence. Maybe it was in my head, but I swear I could hear a spirit say, yo, Reese, I'm glad to see you finally doing okay. Holy muck, it's as if my feet were stuck in the sand. He said, Reese, as long as you continue to walk this land, there's a lesson I want you to remember and understand. Oh, well, lost needs continually speak your truth and be proof to the young lost struggling buckworm youth that you must live in balance between both sides of the CCU. And then it swam away. and then it swam away.
And then he swam away. And then he swam away. I could hear his whale song as he swam. After laughter, I shed a tear. Cause for a moment I was not sure if I would see him again.
But Ganum said his spirit is always near, and though not of this world, his spirit never truly disappears. So I still think about him every time I hear. Woo! Huh, 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 huh. Yo, ho, yo, ho, yeah. Yo, ho, yeah. Yo, ho, eh. Ho, eh. Hey, yeah. Ho, eh, yeah, eh, yeah. Yo, ho, eh, yeah. Yo, ho, eh, yeah. Yo, ho, eh. Ho, eh. Hey, yeah.
Song's called Tales of the Red Road. And it's about the healing journey so far of excluding drugs and alcohol out of my life. It's been 5 years now and a lot's changed, and sometimes it's not so easy, but it's better, you know? 5 years now, no booze, and the red road is the path that I'm now choosing. I walk along the tracks to Vegas City's intrusions and trek home to steep a herbal tea infusion. Helps ward off that colonial illusion. Cause my water only propels the wheels of confusion.
Trying to pick up the pieces of my mind I was losing. Oh, when so many memories are trauma-inducing. It's like each and every recollection triggers me, nearly sabotaging my can, controlling symmetry, as if Jim Beam was pulling the strings for me like a master of puppetry. So many blood-spit nights of delinquency, but then I'm elevating to a higher power's frequency, and the only thing I'm chugging is 2 or 3 cups of tea. Heck yeah, they make it a double as I navigate throughout the wreckage and rubble. A native like me was always in the trouble, but the high was bound to burst like a bubble. Pop goes a liquid weight, devouring souls, consuming all that surrounds like a black hole. Cousin saying, yo, my bro, you're out of control, losing your soul. Supposing in the name of rock and roll, killing ya so good, but you're doing it so. But instead of a beach line shot and hot pill to swallow, some blueprints you don't want your genius to follow. We got stories that are meant to be told, young and old. These are the tales of the red road. Hey, we got stories that are meant to be told, young and old. These are the tales of the red road. And this is mine, so now I'm rising up like a totem pole, but sometimes I can feel so hollow in solitude, wallowing in my sorrow. But hey, I won't be hung over tomorrow, asking someone if they got some lucky coins I can borrow for one. But you know, one is never the peak. One day turns to weeks, so you're on the year-long streak. Your tolerance, moderation, and will is weak to the pain text at your sharp as the raven speak. Gets to the point when the binge just ain't so fun, and the punchline of the party like a big old pun. Made it past 27, but still at the risk of dying too young. Letting the crescendo of your ballad go unsung. Ain't it fun? No, no. Letting the crescendo of your ballad go unsung. Ain't it fun? No. So we got stories that are meant to be told, young and old. These are the tales of the red road. Oh, oh, hey, we got stories that are meant to be told, young and old. These are the tales of the red road. So keep on walking, keep on walking, keep on walking down that red road, cousin. Yeah, keep on walking, keep on walking, keep on walking down that red road, cousins. Yeah. And all my relations different nations, expressing themselves through creation. True. Gayla Kessler, you are tuned in to CFUV 101.9 FM here on the Kwakwa territory, here from CFUV's Basement Closet Sessions. This next song's called CSS, and it is an acronym for Colonial Stress Syndrome. And it's a really meaningful song to me. And the instrumental was put together with the help of a few different people. But it really started with my friend Holly in their old apartment. And just had this tune in my head. And had a lot of feelings of anxiety and depression. Just thought of this one piano tune, this piano note. Brought in my friend Sina Velezada on the drums, great local drummer from the different bands such as Job Site, Techno Pang, Coop Lore, Queens Park, formerly of IQ 87. I don't think they're active anymore, but anyway. And my friend Lene Gabriel, who produced this whole album, Spirits Back, which can be found on Bandcamp and other streaming services, all except for Spotify and Amazon Music. You can find it almost everywhere else, folks, and you'll find it on CDs pretty soon, next week, but more about that later. Days are far from over, but at least I'm not waking up on the streets hungover. But still, life's an everyday struggle in a city where the cost of living is so high. People sleeping on the street gotta guard their stuff at night, worrying about a sweep the next morning. Sometimes I miss my homeland, but so I gotta fast. We'll see how long it lasts. Gotta revert to the old ways of the past, and I gotta do it fast like a spin of the flash. Gotta try it, go back to that old traditional diet. Gotta learn to use a fishing net, cause I feel like a sucker to buy it, especially that farm salmon. Don't try it, full of sea lice and contaminants, gill by gill and bit by bit. I can't afford it every day anyway. And stealing, damn, always get too anxious to risk it. Native people never ate pork, gaga, or brisket. Sugar soda pops and bags of potato chips, and all we had was fresh water to shot and sip. In a canoe was a method of the big old trips. Was never our way to get lateral with the guys, and way before badass trips. And rocks were flipped before throw-ups were sprayed with its drip. Before John Jewett landed on the west coast with his ship, where his crew was beheaded. Damn, cause I fear the new world is where I'm headed. I dread it. Consumerist lies were vetted. Doctrine of discovery and white paper, let's shred it. Yeah, numb yacht, gotta get it together. Brush that BS off like a fan of eagle feathers. Let's free our minds and slice the tethers. Mind gotta take a step back and take a deep breath sometimes, cause breathing in, breathe out. There's too much going on for the anxious heart. If the first try fails, we strategize and restart like breathing in, oh, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now there's kids of my own, I'm raising sons of my own. Now that we ease the colonial stress syndrome in a messy state of distress, pressed under the dome. Maybe I should stop looking so much at my phone, cause it's messing with me subliminally, scrolling down without thinking too critically, brain washing me with radioactivity, and I think the paint fumes are messing with me chemically now. Social media is dominantly the way in which we tell our stories, which commonly, repetitively, verbally lack metaphors, meaning and allegories, baking our minds like yams at 420 degrees, fully cooked but burnt and crusty. I use the keyboard to write, so my pen hand's rusty. There's many to blame, but you know it must be myself, cause my attention span can't process the novels on my shelf. How do we take care of our kids if we don't take care of ourselves? Gotta nourish our bodies and brain cells, acknowledge when we're unwell. The story's my elder's tale, pushes me to excel in trying to paint a picture well along the lines of my brother expel. Self-care necessary like a breath of fresh air. Sometimes we gotta hibernate like grizzly bears, reflect on the broken fragments that we need to repair. It's a big bad burden to bear, but we bear it. Regalia, that's so nothing. We wear it proudly, rise above and sing our songs loudly. For the trouble we paddle on, resilient and rowdy. For racists won't dig it, cut the way too damn lousy. And it makes me say, there's too much going on for the anxious mind. You gotta take a step back and take a deep breath sometimes, like breathing in, whoa, breathe out. There's too much going on for the anxious heart. If the first try fails, we strategize and restart like breathing in, whoa, breathe out. There's too much going on for the anxious mind. You gotta take a step back and take a deep breath sometimes, like breathing in, breathe out. Too much going on for the anxious heart. If the first try fails, we strategize and restart like breathing in, breathe out. Anxious mind. Too much going on for the anxious mind. Too much going on for the anxious eyes. Too much going on for the anxious liver. Too much going on for the anxious lungs. Too much. Too much. I think I took too much.
This song is put together by Holly as well, and a lot of other people, but she shines bright with an orange fluorescent light, like assassin hovers in flight, forward and back and left to right. The assassin, Nuu-Cha-Nulth word for hummingbird. This is for her. This is for my grandma Marilyn. This is for my grandma Marilyn. CFUV, this is for my grandma Marilyn. She shines bright with an orange fluorescent light. My elder that did not make it to be an elder. A blood tie so strong that the colonial sword could sever. Two birds of a feather squawking in a flock together, blanketed in deerskin leather that'll last forever, for worse, for better, ending never.
A sense of presence here once again, keeping the family together with a hummingbird's agility so clever. Wings afloat a flutter, so significant that there could never be another beloved, cherished great-grandmother looking over me and my little brother, my Gilabi Doo and his little brother. Her name is Marilyn, say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn, say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn, say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. I call out a name to the full moon with a mournful howling, from the night to the early morning, from the dusk till it's dawn, and all my relations have this morning in common. I think of her when I see the Kwakwa humming. I sing for her with my uncle Guy Louis drumming. For her I am descended from those that prayed before hunting. Whales, sea, lions, all grub from the sea. Culture rules everything around my grandmama and me. My blood through her runs deeper than the sea. Roots of the David and famous Amos family tree. I'm reassured that I will see her again eventually. I feel an ancestor supporting and uplifting me, helping me to find a moment of solace and clarity. Creator, will you please grant me with the serenity to take it 1 month, 1 millisecond, 1 weekend at a time. Have some of my prayers that went through the wind chimes as I trek through the city's muck, slime and crime. Restore me to sanity so I can find another adjective to rhyme as I try to fathom how a person could commit such a crime, time after time after time. As I try to fathom how a person could commit such a crime, time after time. For her I jump out the Sambuca and the red wine, sacred divine, one of a kind. Then he asks who a prayer from me to you, which I sent to the morning's dew. I do not understand the evil that too many men do, that lives on and on, like an old bluesy sounding murder ballad of a song. Grandma, help me be at a balance between the right and the wrong. Help me be resilient and strong as I shape and prosper. Learn how to do local protocols, proper take off in flight and dodge these crooked coppers, cause I got a box of treasures worth the offer. The savage diaries, yes, I am the author. I'ma take a bow and lean back and crack an urchin like a sea otter. All that I do, paint, learn, and earn is for her. Oh yeah, my grandmother. Hey, her name is Marilyn. Say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn, say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my nanny, Sue, Marilyn. Marilyn, say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my nanny, Sue, Marilyn. Marilyn, say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my other Marilyn. My blood through her, I am a descendant, yes, of the Heshquit, Nuu-Cha-Nulth M.C, with ties to the Louis family of the house. I call upon my Nuu-Cha-Nulth ancestors as the sun sets, and leave my grief on this floor to rest. I have not always been the best, I must confess, but my grandma is close like the pins pinned onto my PINDN vest, yes. And through her I am blessed to swim away from this mess. How could a man take away the best? I don't know, but bad medicine comes back to you when you use it, I guess. And this I know, this I suppose, but the show must go on. This is another morning song that'll evolve as the hummingbird hums along. You know her name, so sing along. Her name is Marilyn. So, one more time. And her name is Marilyn. Say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn, say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my nanny, Sue, Marilyn. Marilyn, say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my grandma, mama, Marilyn. Marilyn, say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn, say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. This is for my grandma, Marilyn. Marilyn, say your name aloud with me, Marilyn. loud with me, Maryland. And this is for my grandma, Maryland, Maryland. Say your name aloud with me, Maryland. This is for my nanny, Yaksu, Maryland. Whew. That song, as you can probably tell, was entitled Maryland. And it's one of the songs off my album I want to make a music video for. But more so than that, it's been very special to perform that the past probably about 3 years now. It's been over 4 years since my first show. Since then I've done almost 100, and I've learned a lot. It's so nice to be here at this campus radio station and share these songs. But yeah, that one is a very meaningful one to me. My grandma Marilyn McCallum is from the Amos family. My Nuu-Cha-Nulth blood, my Nuu-Cha-Nulth ancestry comes through my maternal side of the family, through my mom, and my mom's mom. And a lot of my earliest memories are of my grandma Marilyn at our place on Carroll Street and Gorge Road in the native housing site there, native housing complex there. And my grandma Marilyn, I'm sure if she was still here, it would be one of my biggest supporters, and it's been so special to share that song on many different stages, from all ages punk shows at Little Fernwood to a Unitarian church with the Getting Higher choir, and to the Islands Folk Festival, to a wide variety of very different shows. But that's one song I see resonate with people the most, in different ways, from young to old. And the feedback I've gotten from people has been what's inspired me to keep doing this, keep sharing my music, keep just keep working at it, you know. And because it's healing for me, but so grateful in moments where I can see it might be healing for others. So my grandma Marilyn passed, we lost her in quite a tragic way. As I say often, it's one of the far too many indigenous women of this country we call Canada that we've lost in some of these tragic ways. I'm not here to get into that story, but to share that song on here after everything I've been through means a lot, because this song, after years since her tragic loss, that caused a irreversible change in my immediate family's life, this song has helped me heal after all these years. I still think about her often. But anyway, from that, I want to do something a bit crazy, something that's unreleased. This beat was made by a crew, dynamic duo called ENC from Ontario. This song's called Waves. Woo! 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 I'm sending waves out into the indigiverse and make colonizers disperse with every bar and verse. I'm sending waves out into the indigiverse and write hooks that dispel your colonial curse. Like a raven with the hip, I hop, wielding the strength of my granddad's axe chop, yelling timber before the pretendians drop into the slop like a halibut flips and flops after it's caught by a supernatural force that can't be stopped. Like an eagle perched atop of the wood shop, waiting for a fish bone to plop. I disrupt and shake the whole bone game up like a big brown can of soda pop all over your alt-right red and white colonial backdrop as I flash my wolf fangs at the cops. When I pass on by the stank pigsty and let my wood chips fly directly at the stink eyes, cause I carve out informed lines with rhymes told on PINDN time, like a master, a carver with a trickster's mixture to dispel the effects of the white man's scripture. Cause all of y'all ain't brainwashing me no more, and you never will. The Indian in this wild child cannot be killed. You gots to chill like Sokka gills. Open up and just let me breathe. I believe that it's time to leave you in your industry's machinery. I'm sending waves out into the indigiverse to make colonizers disperse with every bar in verse. I'm sending waves out into the indigiverse and write hooks that dispel your colonial curse. I'm sending waves with my stories throughout each and every neighborhood and territory. An array of medicinal thought cooked hot within the laboratory. I'm sending waves intrinsically with a rare form of buckwomb lizardry. Cause lyrically I'm supposed to represent my people, not seen as equal by a cross-lit form of evil that only strengthens a native's upheaval. And I don't do it for the dollars and cents, cause if it don't make change, then it don't make sense. Don't you describe my tribe in the past tense as some settlers better settle their bets and pay rent. Be even deeper in debt. Sometimes I forgive, but I never forget. No remorse and no regret, as the vocal tone within my booze-free zone is set. I'm sending waves and sound frequencies through the land and seas. I'm sending waves. Sending waves throughout the airwaves here at CFUV 101.9 FM. Here at the Basement Closet Sessions. The second time I've been a part of one of these Basement Closet Sessions. It's quite a nice place in here. If only you listeners out there could see it. There's some local Victoria music history on these walls, embedded in this rug. I'm sure. In the atmosphere of this place. Yeah, so great to be here. I might do something a bit wild here, but and I might make a little bit of a special announcement that after releasing the first album, first of all, I just want to say that it's been so meaningful to hear a lot of feedback from people. I really thank everybody that has purchased the album online on Bandcamp so far. There's been a lot of support through that. You know, made a conscious decision to not put my stuff on Spotify for different reasons. You know, and wanted to put it on there and make some physical releases as well. So I should have some CDs for the album Spirits Back available next week. If anybody wants to make a pre-order, you can message me on my Instagram page or Facebook page, social media profiles. Although I'm trying to detox a bit from that stuff, you know, it can be a bit brainwashing at times. But anyway, after working on the first album, I'm really inspired to make something new. You know, I've been performing a lot of these songs for the past 4 years since I've started performing. You know, and I'm really wanting to work on some new material. I feel like the experiences I've had in these past few years have really taught me a lot as an MC, as a master of ceremonies, as a hip hop artist, Kwakwa Nuu-Cha-Nulth hip hop artist. You know, and want to push the boundaries a bit and start using more of my traditional languages in my rhymes. As you listen through the album,
you might hear a word or two that you're not sure about. But yeah, there's some use of the Kwakwa language throughout the album. But anyway, yeah, exciting announcement that I am currently working on a second album already, and I plan to entitle it Two Sides of the CFUV, referenced in one of my previous songs. 'Cause my mama Liz, shout out to my mama Liz Taylor, she has the same name as the actress. She always reminds me about the teaching of the CFUV. You might see it in some of the local Kwakwa carved totem poles, or in the Mungo Martin house located on Lekwungen territory, here by the museum. CFUV, different tribes have different stories about this. A two-headed sea serpent as well, but the CFUV is a two-headed sea serpent with a more human-like face in the middle, and some sea serpents protruding from the left and right side of its body. And this kind of metaphorically represents, the face in the middle represents that balance that we need to maintain between these two sides: positive, negative, dark and light, war and peace. She said that one of her relatives would go on and on about these contrary opposites to her, and you know, it's important to maintain a balance between these two things, and it's a teaching that I keep in mind each and every day, and throughout my songwriting process, I think as well. You know, I really aim not to swear in my music. I do deal with a lot of heavy content, you know, of being a person that started using drugs and alcohol at the early age of 11. Someone that's cut these things out of my life and trying to change that intergenerational cycle, dysfunctional cycle of intergenerational trauma that we see so often, not just in indigenous communities, but all across the world, due to the effects of drugs and alcohol. It is not just an indigenous issue that we see, you know, and although I do talk a lot about the dark, you know, really try to balance it with that light. Talk about where I was at before, where I'm at now, and where I want to be in the future for the next generations as we paddle forward in a better direction, in a better way. But this is a song that you might hear on this second album. It's produced by my friend Cole Jackson. But that's all I'm gonna say about that for now. Yeah, this song is called Get Up. A native lost in an urban landscape tries to escape.
Gotta get up. Yeah, you gotta get up. About 104 moons back, waking up after another night faded to black. I was thinking about hopping on the sky train tracks. What if I slipped on the line? Didn't look back. Another action that cannot be retracted, unable to heal the pain, concealed and compacted. A pulled trigger from a figure of a traumatic past as you fast, like a big track who blast. Back then, blacking out without a doubt, like a pile of trash. The flash was taking me out for the 3 count, at a costly amount. In the trunk tank shouted, yo, let me out. A constant hell in the cell, like a spell had me cursed. But at the 4 seasons, the feeling only got worse. Destined for the ride in the back of a hearse. Unless I got up and made the cycle reverse. Like, you gotta get up. You gotta get up, man.
Hey, Mr. Taylor, you gotta get up. Come on.
You gotta get up, get up, get up, get up. Two babies on the way, big pills to pay, no time to drink. We'll before Jay paint the town brown and spray. Telling people I'm okay when I'm not okay. Running late on another delay. Hearing buddy old pal say, yo, PINDN, what's up? I used to see you way up, hitting mad throw-ups. Now you got whiskey in cups by the toilet bowl throwing up. Time to grow up before an 8 detonates like a brown bomb and blows up. What happened to your power of thought? How could you take care of some kids when you'd rather take care of a bottle on the block? And when people don't have what you want in stock, you say yes to anything, from puffing pot to melting down. Many really stoop to a new down low. Can't keep your alcoholism on the down low. Yeah, you know these invasive species won't let me grow, and these vices grip won't let me go. Like a salmon going forth upstream with a dream to flow. But damn, there's a dam in the way, and I can't get away. Gotta get to work, cause there ain't no time to play no more. 5 years now, no lines. Only ones I do now articulate rhymes. Others I spray, and may I say they look fine, cause I ain't shaking from the DTs this time. Over 1,500 days without a sip. Survived through cold winters and bad acid trips. But I know it only takes one decision to slip, so I gotta address the stress and give it a flip. But it's hard to convey the PMA every day. Ain't so easy to howl these blues away. I used to say goodbye, cruel world, true way, but I guess I'll stay. I guess things happen that way. To be or not to be, booze free. To cease and desist ain't done so easily, especially if you're a victim of a system corrupt, which we're bound to disrupt. As long as you keep getting up. Gotta get up now. We're going through this time way quicker than I thought, so we're gonna do one more song. And sit down and have a little talking circle after this. And stay tuned. You were tuned in to CFUV 101.9 FM. Grateful to be here. I go by the name of PINDN. This song's called Peckin'. It's about the Raven. It's about the trickster. Nuu-Cha-Nulth Nuu-Cha-Nulth Guawina, Mr. Mischief, Mr. Misdemeanor. And I ain't ever tweaking, just beaking, big bopping, super freaking. From the weekdays until the weekends, shape shifting, gifting, and uplifting. With tricksteristic linguistics, a supernatural mystic, blowing through the air towards the crowds, raising their hands up to the clouds. And Big Mama Earth and Father Sky to the stars that guide us. All that the land provides us. Native people equal, from the Quaks to the hiders. Get sands to the lands of the Shim. She ain't in here the first time, let me tell you again. Everybody hop to the left, shake your tail feathers and twist your neck. And then all them head bangers, bang your heads, rotate them and give them a peck. Woo! Hop to the right, you'll be pecking on the floor all night, alright. From the day to the night, so Kwakwa is here, so have no fear, cause I came to bring back the light, bring back the light, bring back the light. Every little thing's gonna be alright. Up on the dance floor in our sight, partying for a right to fight. Just packing, Ook lust, caoosing, and I got salmon berries for the juice in the paddle for me and you to get cruising. Only chug tea cause I'm done with the boozing. Hopping like a raven, misbehaving. Ladies know the big beak is what they craving. You wanna be saved? Well, I'm here for the saving, as my sounds make the ancestors awaken and get panic butt shaking, B-girls breaking, dance floor quaking. And my DJ's got dough for the frying and the bacon. Leap across lands in a single bound as my car echoes throughout these sacred grounds. Yeah, I'm squawking, quack, walking, rolling and rocking.
Phony baloney MCs I'm barking, mocking and socking, huffing, puffing and knocking with my Burke clan, flocking the murder gathered, whipping up lyrical batter for colonizers and bring matter, capping settlers who should know better with a bit of paint splatter. Everybody hop to the left, shake your tail feathers and twist your neck. Woo! All them head bangers, bang your heads, rotate them and give them a peck, and then hop to the right. You'll be pecking on the floor all night, all night, alright. From the day to the night, so while we not is here, so have no fear, cause I can bring back the light, bring back the light, bring back the light. Every little thing's gonna be alright. Up on the dance floor in on site, partying for a right to fight. Just pack it, just pack it. Everybody go woo, 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 woo. Go woo, woo. Everybody go woo. Go woo. Go woo. Go woo. Go whoop. That's been my time, everybody. Hope everybody has a good day. Hope everybody has a good day. So grateful to have been here. So grateful to be here. So grateful to share some of the stories behind some of these songs. And yeah, just a bit about what I'm up to next. And just grateful to be here. Let loose. Have a fun time. And yeah, true.